I'm sure many of you at this point have seen the Amouranth clip, but on the off chance that some of you haven't seen it, in an interesting turn of events, Amouranth has decided to side against the people that have always stood by her and tried to defend her against the hordes of weirdos and incels on the internet, which is an interesting play. It's very interesting. I think she's like starting to like, you guys know the Animorph covers? It's like her on the top, and then it's like Asmongold on the bottom, and she's like stage 2. So let's see how far she gets in that transformation. Yeah, she had a lot of interesting things to say about LGBTQ protesters. And then defended it by saying, I didn't even say anything that bad. All I said is that I thought they should burn in fires. Okay, that's all I said. Oh, the comedy is illegal now. Is it? Is that right? Unbelievable. Is she one of those who suddenly decided they don't like paying taxes? No, she's talked about the fact that, sorry, I almost said something really mean. So let me couch the language first so you guys understand why I almost said something really mean. Your brain cannot function past a certain amount of income and a lack of friends. You will go insane if you have no friends and too much money. That's why Elon Musk is the way that he is. It breaks your brain. And she's talked about being homeschooled and failing to be able to form good, meaningful connections with other people, even in the content space. And she's talked about how she's very content driven. Like it's the only thing she cares about, just making content, making content, making content. And unfortunately, I think she's gotten to the point where she spent too much of her time just making content and making money. And she spent close to none of it making close friends. And now she has too much money. So that's what happens. That's just like literally what happens. She went on Twitter and said she was always like this. When someone outright tells you who they are, believe them. Oh, yeah. She's not even original. We've been told we should burn in fires for centuries. I know, right? Like, get some new content, man. Fuck. Get some new, fucking... the Gollum syndrome. Everyone is after your precious, so you can't make real friends. Does she realize the people she's aligning with would instantly throw her under the bus because she's a sex worker? No, she's gonna have to take the long journey to realize that herself. She's gonna have to take the Lauren Southern journey on her own on that one. Thankfully, I have no friends and also poor, so I'm good, right? Well, I think that there's a bit of like, you're absolved of the crime of not having friends when you're poor because going outside and meeting people requires money. You just have limited resources for being able to go and meet and hang out with other people. But when you have obscene amounts of money and you still have no friends, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. She also defended Nazi leaders wanting to deport people that don't belong. Yes, we will be watching that, which was also crazy. Also, Amouranth just telling Casey that she's a cow. It's just like, dude, this has always been my issue with conservatives. Which, when you're telling the gay people that they should go burn in a fire, and you're saying that actually you think that Germany should have been deporting who they wanted to, and then you just start calling everyone who stood by you just like insults because they're holding you accountable for saying crazy shit. Come on, man. Come on. All right, so let's start, shall we? For what it's worth, which Jack, I think you're better redhead. Thanks. Thank you. We're both fake redheads, but I did just recently, I have like this bottle of red color conditioner in my bathroom, and like the Green Goblin mask, it calls to me. It's like, oh, you wanna dye your hair red again so bad, so bad. Do it, coward. And I'm like, okay. And I did that yesterday. Yesterday night, I was like, oh. So, but I can't stop. I can't stop and I won't stop. All right. Let's see. Let's watch, shall we? Amouranth says that the LGBTQIA activists shown here should have been burnt during the LA fires.
And you could 9 times out of 10 figure out exactly why they're saying what they're saying.
Give the crazies all of California. It's already land of fruits and nuts. Yeah, we can give them California. I'm fine with that. They can live in LA. That's fine.
It has been 1 month since Southern California exploded in a fierce fire tore through the Palisades and beyond. Just a few hours later, on the other side of LA County, another deadly fire breaks out, the Eaton Fire. It raced across Altadena and Pasadena. The 2 fires charred more than 37,000 acres.
They can all live. That's like a lovely community.
Structures and cost 29 people their lives.
Too bad it didn't cost the right people their lives.
To say this when you live in the shithole that is Texas is crazy. That's like actually insane. Like, I'm sorry, but like, fires are kind of supposed to happen in this area because a lot of it is desert. And if there isn't proper care and like, you know, controlled fires and taking care of brush and just like correct funding, fires are going to happen and they're going to be really bad. When Texas freezes over, no one can do anything because all the fucking pipes burst because there's no fucking power grid connected to anything else. And then your fucking Ted Cruz piece of shit just flies off to Cancun and just like leaves people to die. Texas power grid was done by the private sector. I mean, yeah, because why actually, I don't know, have something more stable for your citizens? To be fair, Zon always complains that the LA infrastructure can't handle it when it rains. Yeah, but changing like, okay, there's a couple things. One,
gotta be a grift to my coping.
Because when LA was created, it wasn't designed for that. Changing that infrastructure is very difficult, right? Like taking a city that's ginormous, that isn't meant to handle flooding or like that much rain, which is why it causes the flooding that happens, and then going in and installing enough, what would you, not like drain pipes, but like I forget the name of what they're called. Like you literally need to go into the foundation of the entire city and rebuild the entire storm drains. Yeah. Which is what, billions of dollars more, maybe? And also kind of no one anticipated that that would be something that would be important. Whereas the power grid issue in Texas has been criticized for ages. It's like, hey, when something bad happens, your citizens are going to be fucked. But the TLDR is that the private companies that manage the flow of the Texas power supplies, as you might imagine, private entities not held accountable, aren't very great. That privatization of something that is as important as energy isn't good. And the Texas power grid constantly being criticized because if there are failures, it will fuck people over. Also, power grids are not as difficult to change and or fix as like rerouting your entire city, rebuilding your entire city for storm drains and proper like sewage waste management. Right. And the Texas power grid is intentionally uniquely fucked because they refuse to be part of the national grid. Yeah. So like Texas has been criticized multiple times because, hey, there are easy ways that you can change this now that can prevent any future disasters from happening. And they just don't do anything. What? They just don't. Why? Because privatization, because money. You live in that shithole state and you're going to criticize California. It's so bizarre to me. It's so crazy. Someone sent me this.
This is absolutely part of a bigger problem because people on the internet are way too comfortable coming online saying this marginalized group should go in the fire. We should send them into a fire.
Yeah, she followed it up. Amouranth followed it up with a different tweet, which I will read in a second, but...
Fuck you for saying this. Fuck you and fuck transphobes. Grifter. Enjoy your grift. Your audience doesn't fucking like you. Your audience hates you, bro. They want to send you into this fire too. Walk it back. Walk it back. Take it back. It's easy. Take it back or delete your OnlyFans.
So then she followed it up trying to defend the fact that she said that that these people should have died in the fire. She followed it up with this tweet saying, I guess I'm not allowed to question the behavior of activists who threaten to incite violence against their own community without being accused of hating the group affiliation that they belong to. But then again, I also don't assume the actions of a specific few are indicative of the whole, but thanks for making me trend. Question the behavior of activists by saying, too bad the wrong people died in those fires. That's what questioning looks like to you? Is that right? Is that normal to you? That looks like normal questioning? This is one of the funniest clips on Twitch, and I'm showing it because for anyone who doesn't know, I believe Amouranth has talked about being homeschooled, and here's someone's opinions about them being homeschooled.
You know what I was
This is, I'm not joking, one of the best clips.
thinking about last night, dude? I was kind of thinking about, like, when I'm in Florida, how deep do I have to dig to get to the ocean? I was laying in my bed last night thinking about that, bro. Like, if I just, like, took a shovel and I just started to dig into my grass, I wonder when I'd hit the ocean, bro. I'm stupid. Guys, what are you talking about? Dude, the panhandle is, like, right next to the ocean, bro. So if I dig, like, 5 feet, I may see the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Tim, it's not how that works. What? The ocean is under the ground, bro, right? What are you guys talking about, bro? Chat, dude, listen. What? No? Dude, no, I'm serious. Like Hawaii, if you're on Hawaii and if someone dug 500 feet, I don't know how far they gotta go, but eventually you could hit the ocean, right? No? Yo, pause for a second, bro. What are you guys saying to me? Hang on, I'm serious, bro. What? Wait, guys, dude. Hawaii. No, I've got to be right? I'm saying hypothetically. Obviously, I don't think someone can dig to the bottom of Hawaii. But the point I'm making is
He's trying to save me. He's like, I'm just talking about hypothetically. It's like, dog, that's not saving you.
In a hypothetical world, you dug to the bottom of Hawaii, the ocean would be there, right? Are you guys serious? What would be there? What? Do I think islands are floating? Sort of. The Earth's core is down there, bro.
We, as a species, are so cooked.
Don't homeschool your kids, bro. Because, I mean, if you're smart, do it. But, I mean, my parents, you know, and then I am a result of that. So if you want to homeschool your kids and you're, you know, intellectual, Godspeed. But I don't know.
To which that's what I will say, Chad. Okay, don't homeschool your kids, man. Don't. So anyways, yeah, she showed this clip.
That you're afraid of Trump and that's why you don't want the city to be a safe space for trans people. You better prepare for trans people to make this a very unsafe space.
So someone talking about how the city is making it unsafe for trans people and saying, we're not just going to roll over and let you ruin our lives and make our lives unlivable and shove us back in a closet. We will fight for our right to exist. those are the people that you think should have been burnt in the fires. She literally has talked about homeschooling her own potential kids because according to her, quote, today's public schools teach kids how to be gay and trans. Chat, you guys have to understand that when these people talk about the schools teaching kids how to be gay and trans, they're talking about this. You guys see this Libs of TikTok post? A gender studies teacher at Westchester University reportedly handed out a heterosexual questionnaire to students asking them to justify their sexuality, except it's censored for some reason. I don't know why you are censoring sex and sexuality on a website that allows porn. Whatever. Encouraging them to sleep with the same sex and presenting biased questions, criticizing straight and married people. The school did not return our request for comment. Okay, first of all, let's just recognize the fact that this is a university, not a public school, for starters. Second, can we address the fact that this is literally a gender studies class? Third, can we address the fact that this is not new woke DEI? Because if you just look at the very bottom of the sheet, it says, created by Martin Rocklin, January 1977, and adapted for use here. Yes, the new woke trans coming to get you from 1977. And if you have like any brain processing power, when reading this, you would recognize immediately that this is supposed to be trying to reverse the roles, to use Twitch speak here. Let's read some of the heterosexual questionnaire. What do you think caused your heterosexuality? When and how did you decide that you were a heterosexual? To who have you disclosed your heterosexuality? How did they react? And then you can keep going and see, like, some of these questions, I think, give away what the questionnaire is supposed to be doing. It's a thought experiment. As a spoiler, sorry to spoil it for everybody who doesn't understand. The great majority of child molesters are heterosexual. Do you consider it safe to expose your children to heterosexual teachers? Are cancer, earthquakes, and floods God's way of punishing heterosexuals? Which, like, again, if you just use any processing power at all, just like any of your brain at all, you would recognize that this is trying to reframe questions that are often posed to gay people, but posing them to straight people instead. Nothing caused you to become heterosexual. You just kind of are or aren't, right? Other people being child molesters has nothing to do with your sexuality, right? And you have to reframe some of these questions to show how absurd they are and how crazy it is that we ask these same questions to gay people or trans people. And who's currently posting this? Libs of TikTok, to her giant audience, 10,000 people like this. It got over almost 500,000 views. And the comments are like, this is school? Defund Pennsylvania. Totally normal. I don't understand college these days. Disgusting. What does school really teach children? Like, there's no brain. Oh my God. Me with no reading comprehension. Defund Pennsylvania. And you can literally see that these are the same questions, maybe slightly remodeled from 50 years ago to show that, hey, these homophobic ideas that we have about gay people and these weird questions we ask them, they seem pretty absurd when you would reframe them towards straight people. Do you see how maybe this could feel weird to receive this question? To the straight people in this class who don't understand what homophobia is like or what that experience is like, or maybe you don't understand why your language is insensitive or bizarre or absurd. How would you feel if these questions were asked to you in your day-to-day life? The fact that she's too lazy to even crop the created in 1977 at the bottom kind of says it all. I mean, it's like, this is kind of Nigerian prince scam email. The people that are stupid enough to fall for anything from Libs of TikTok, they need to be able to ignore this, right? You have to include that shit to make sure you don't include any people that are too smart and ask too many questions. these are the examples they use when they talk about the schools are making the kids gay and trans. Her response to the allegations.
Yeah. That I wanted. What was it again? What did they say I wanted?
You wanted LGBTQ people to burn in the LA fires.
Yeah, which is crazy.
We can all see the clip. Why are you pretending like you didn't say it? What? Me, when talking about something, I definitely said that was crazy. I can't believe people think I said that.
It's crazy because you totally agree with that.
It's a clip of you saying it. What do you mean you agree with that? Me, when I say some crazy shit. Can you believe people think I agree with that?
Oh yeah, you know,
that's definitely a position.
My uncle, fuck him, right?
Does everyone have a gay uncle? No, I have a gay brother.
Gay uncle.
I feel like
you have a gay brother?
That powers me up, actually. Yeah.
Gay uncle.
I have a gay uncle.
Dude, it's happening. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Look, she's getting the Bobert brows. The Bobert Sharpie brows. No. No. Stop.
It's okay. That's why I started therapy, and now here we are.
And then someone clarified, though, for me, apparently, is that I wanted the activists to die in a fire, which I also didn't say, but I did say they can have LAs on fire if they really want it.
No, you said that it's a shame that the wrong people burned. I mean, it's at the end of the clip.
Too bad it didn't cause the right people their lives.
And the activists in question here, what they said was, if you as a state want to oppress our people, we are going to fight back against that. Like, this is literally, don't homeschool your kids. Did we all miss the lesson on the Tea Party? Did we all miss the Boston Tea Party? Did we miss that? Did we miss that was like based and American? I just don't understand why she's pretending like this clip doesn't exist and people haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I don't want
that. Was over taxes. Yeah, something way less stupid than your fucking life and right to exist. Legislation that makes it impossible to transition, legislation that makes it impossible to work a job and be treated respectfully. Legislation that makes it impossible to have access to any type of care in your state. Yes, that is preventing your ability to exist. Yes, I think you should fight against the government that's trying to erase your existence. Oh no, dude. Is this Maxwell? Next to her? Is that who this is? Not Ghislaine, no. Not Ghislaine Maxwell, no. No. Oh, God. Who's that? I'm sure many of you guys have been following, at the very least, the stream that I've done, or the streams that I've done about it, but the lawsuit that Pixie is currently pursuing against Epstein for, recording women without their consent during sexual encounters and sending recordings without permission to random people on the internet. And then those random recordings you didn't get consent for got leaked. And so now they're all over the internet and you can never take it away. The women that are currently suing and pursuing legal recourse against Epstein for this, they have their own Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Epstein obviously is Epstein, and this is the Ghislaine Maxwell that has been participating in like the enabling of not harassment, but ignoring the serious accusations and pretending like they don't exist. And that's who Amouranth is spending her time with.
Anymore, that's for sure.
Narrative control, yes, yes. Big narrative control. Interesting info. The woman on the left of Amouranth is not so erudite. She said, who said that she will still collab with Destiny after the recent, it's not even leaked drama, after the recent civil suit against Destiny for crimes.
As other abusers.
Chat, I have to say something, okay? I have to say something really quickly. Was that erudite? I didn't recognize her. I didn't either. Someone in chat had to fucking point it out. Chat, I have to say something. This is my fault. This one, I will take ownership for this one, okay? Asmongold was Hassan's fault, okay? That was Hassan's fault. This one, this is my fault. I participated even a little bit in giving women courage to speak out about politics. And I take it all back. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up, dude. No. No! Why do you feel comfortable getting on your fucking stream and saying this?
Too bad it didn't cause the right people their lives.
Why are you saying that? Why are you insinuating that these queer activists should have died in the fires? What the fuck is wrong with you? You feel way too comfortable with this. Way too fucking comfortable with this. And it's not even a joke. At least I could like start to defend you if you were clearly making a joke, like a bad, poor taste joke. I could be like, okay, I don't know. She's trying to rebrand and get into comedy or something. This is not good, but I could defend that. I could try to defend that. You're not even doing that. You just genuinely think that. You just genuinely think that. What the fuck? She's definitely trying to rebrand, just not into comedy. I know. Have you seen the Coke rant that she wrote? She doesn't strike me as someone who does Coke. She strikes me as someone who's like, unfortunately sober on life. Like that's someone who definitely should not be spending their life sober and is spending their, like in a just world, she would be Jane from Breaking Bad. Just, you know, doing hot girl shit, getting high on heroin. Right? And that's in a just world. And in this universe, this is what Jane would look like if she was sober.
I saw the way she looks at lean beef patty.
This is what would happen to her if she spent too much time sober. All right. Anyways, let's see this. So she's posting some random shit on Twitter. Casey Tron says, "When's the horse rescue starting again?" I must have accidentally entered the secret cow level in Diablo because all I hear is moo, moo, moo. Ah, dies of cringe. Oh. Oh, dude, what are you, 12? Oh my God. That's what the 5th graders who bullied me said. Come up with something better. Christ. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I know we all know that you're a loser and a nerd, but just pretend like you're not. Fuck, dude. Jesus. Oh, dude, Peach. Fucking class act, Peach. I've enjoyed working with you and your amazing team, so I'm not going to lie. These last few days have left me confused and stunned. Our industry is uplifted and supported by many LGBTQ plus people, and I wouldn't be where I am today without my friends and family who are also gay and trans. It costs nothing to offer kindness and compassion to our neighbors. Please reconsider the things that you're saying. God bless, dude. Common Peach W. Common Peach W, I'm afraid. Common. And then now, okay, so she's trying the calling people fat strategy. We all know that doesn't work. In a bold move, she's decided to try out an XQC strategy. Famously, another guy who has no friends, where someone said, put the fries in the bag and then put like her view count or her tiers or subs or something. I don't know. And then she said, If I ever put the fries in a bag, it'll be a publicity stunt because I own all the McDonald's in my city. But go off. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that it definitely worked when XQC told people that he had their whole house on their wrist. It'll work for you too, trust me. The internet famously loves rich women that flaunt their wealth and make other people feel inferior. It's definitely an epic own that's working. That's why 300,000 people have seen this and it's 1,000 likes. It's working. Yeah. Also, like, it's such a bad insult. Like, oh yeah? Well, I'm rich. I have money. You have all that money and you have not a single bone in your body is funny. You've dedicated no time or money into any classes, into becoming a more sane person. You've dedicated no time and money into like being funny, having any charisma, so that you can actually insult people in a good way. Why are you bragging that you have money? Why? It's not a good own. It's just not. It's just sad. Let's see what else. To be clear, I will push back against the people calling her a grifter. I don't think she's a grifter. I think she's always been a conservative. I think she was just a light conservative, and recently with like the rise in mold content, I think she's been feeling very brave. And then she went on this insane rant. Okay, we're gonna do this, and then I figure we'll go crash out to crash out. After this crash out, we can move to the Ethan crash out. Y'all keep referencing sides and saying the word grift like you're playing a video game. My life is like a video. I've seen that stupid fucking TikTok 500 times and it's in my head. And every time someone says like a video game, I fucking hear that stupid piece of shit TikTok in my head with that stupid smug motherfucker. Sorry, to anyone who hasn't seen it, I probably sound a little crazy. Oh God, this one. Now I can infect all of you. Now anytime people say, like you're living in a video game, you can hear this piece of shit fucking TikTok that I hate, and it gets posted so often. It's not even the guy that's in this clip, it's the song. It's the song that's in my brain, dude. Okay. And how on the character select screen, it is utterly frictionless to pick a different face. Y'all are the real two-faced fucks. What is... Okay, I see why that person called this a Coke-infused rant, because it is kind of giving Coke-infused. You know, it is actually kind of... All right. Total brain rot. Keep self-reporting. I just call it like I see it. I don't have an agenda or some master plan to appeal to another demographic. I have made so much fucking money that the incremental dollar doesn't make me compromise in the way that you might. We're compromising because we don't say that certain people should have burned in the fires for trying to fight for their right to exist. Okay. I mean, if that's what compromise is, I mean, I guess, okay. Anyone that thinks that switching political allegiances is some kind of profitable endeavor is just projecting. Maybe for a political streamer, cough, grifter, the economics make sense. But for my segment of the market, it is not financially rewarding to speak your mind. Literally, people make jokes about how they watch my stream on mute. You think I'm doing this for money says more about you than it does about me. No, I just think you're a fucking dumbass. It's a very bizarre play. Like, so much of the internet already likes you, and then so much of the internet hates you, and so much of the internet likes you, and you've decided to include one more group, the group that actually is the most likely to like you, into the group that hates you. It's a very bizarre play. It's a very, just like on like a sanity check, not on a money check, on a sanity check. And you're like fighting for nothing. You're dying on the dumbest hill is the problem. Like, this is worse somehow than the pirate software hill. If you were standing up for like something meaningful, I would respect that. That would be a bold move. It's not exactly a bold move to say that you don't care for these activists when that's like 90% of what our government fucking officials say. That's just you repeating what they're saying. It's not bold. What the fuck? That's just you being a follower, dude. Okay, anyways. All right. I am certainly not a grifter, or sorry, not against any group or affiliation. To a fault, I have never been able to see beyond what is right in front of me, and what I saw was a person threatening violence indiscriminately in a town hall setting to their own community, no less, and many others acting in a manner unbecoming. There's something so funny about like a sex worker unironically saying the term, "This is so unbecoming of you." Oh God. I don't know if it's irony, it's just funny. All right. Like she literally wants the gays and the trans people to hold hands with the people who want to kill them and say kumbaya. That's in her world. That's what would happen. She's like, and then everyone's going to hold hands and be like, we're all friends. Yay. Yay. Ohana means family. Like she thinks that that's going to work. She thinks that like the path to gay rights, that road was not paved in blood. She lives in a delusional land where she thinks that people didn't have to fucking fight like death or like like hell, excuse me, for the rights that we currently get to enjoy. Like that's not what this country was founded on. Everything that you get to enjoy, every single right that you get to enjoy, fucking weekends, fucking fire escapes, overtime pay, 40-hour work weeks, gay rights, the right to vote, like all of these things paved in blood. Okay? People had to fight for those things. Asking nicely didn't work, actually. She's literally doing MLK's description of white moderates from his letter from Birmingham jail. Yeah, I mean, they just don't like to... White moderates fucking hate. And I know that she'll probably spin this into like, if they're doing this, she thinks I'm doing this because I'm white. No, I'm highlighting a greater point about like MLK talking about white moderates and saying, yeah, white moderates will never give black people rights. They're just going to shame us for not doing it the way that they want us to do it, even though that method is not effective. And actually, white liberals are the worst because they experience a certain level of privilege that makes them incapable of seeing that you can't just ask nicely to stop being oppressed by oppressors. Which is exactly what's happening here. She thinks that the people being oppressed can just simply ask nicely and it'll keep going. And like society will get better, as if that's like ever worked. Famously, things always get better when you just ask the people with all the power for them to give away some of their power. To a fault, blah, blah, blah. I already read that. Do you think everyone at that town hall deserved to be violently threatened? The context that my detractors, with your head in the sand or so far up your own asses, miss is the following quote from the clip I shared. Quote, if you say you're afraid of Trump and that's why, then you better prepare yourself for trans people to make it a very unsafe place. Why did you remove, why did you remove this? Wait.
Say that you're afraid of Trump and that's why you don't want the city to be a safe space for trans people. You better prepare for
Isn't it interesting that she put these ellipses in here to remove the context from the thing that she's adding context to? She clearly doesn't care about like a word limit, right? Because she wrote a fucking essay about it. Isn't it interesting that she says that? Isn't it interesting that she removed that part? Isn't it interesting that she said that the lady, the original, well, I don't know if they're a lady, but the original person in this clip says, if you're someone who wants to make this place not safe, we will make it unsafe for you. Isn't that intriguing? I'm sure she had a good reason for doing that, and not because she's being dishonest to try and pretend like what she said wasn't that bad. Okay. Who does this threat target? Not Trump, who they profess to hate. Not his supporters, who they would consider birds of a feather. No, they don't make their violent threats against those people. Instead, they explicitly threaten people who, under duress, might accede to a position that they're against. Those are the people they go after. We're doing the Nuremberg trial thing again, right? We're doing that again? We're doing the, okay. We're doing the, they don't have a choice, okay? None of us have any choices to make in this life, all right? We're just following orders. All right, okay, yeah, sure. That one worked really well for the Nazis. I'm sure it'll work really well for the people who hate gay and trans people. All right, continuing. Innocent bystanders just trying to avoid the crossfire at all costs. You can't even defend them by saying they're merely callous in their acceptance of who might be collateral damage. They singled out specifically the fellow citizens in their own community. Isn't that the literal definition of domestic terrorism? No. Regular folks just living their lives in your vicinity. That's who you want to single out and make feel unsafe. It is mind-boggling that you guys refuse to condemn this. Some of y'all are saying, well, they're justified in ... Bro, even in wars, there is no Justin Bellow. You don't get to target non-combatants, bystanders, no matter what your cause is, period. Some lines you just don't cross. Why is she typing like Batman? Why is she typing like the Punisher? What the hell? And I will defend that till my dying breath. That's the crossroad we find ourselves in. Some of you actually believe you could justify what was said by a wannabe domestic terrorist threatening a town hall meeting in their own community. Lastly, I just want to end by saying that I'm the happiest, most fulfilled, and I have ever been in my life. And I see through all the bullshit. I don't know why you're lying, dude. Happy people don't type like this. You know what a happy person would say to this? They'd be like, LOL. And then they would close Twitter. By the way, I am not unhinged. I am not unhinged. I'm actually really doing well. Oh, God. Okay, sorry. You cry grifter and try and tar and feather me. But I was merely, albeit not. Why is she pulling up the fucking thesaurus? She might have like middle schooler syndrome, because I had this problem for a very long time where when I wrote papers, I wrote like a complete douchebag.
Don't write that I am mad, because I am not.
I would just make, I actually got so many, I got so many points deducted from so many essays for typing and like writing like a douchebag, writing like a pretentious asshole instead of just speaking plainly. Why does she type like this? Albeit not adroitly, I have never had the gift of being good with words. I'm losing my mind. Trying to convey the illusion. That this sentence is like making me lose my mind. This makes me think that she like put it in ChatGPT. Okay. Yeah, she threw it in Grammarly. Christ. Yeah, maybe the bad people who are threatening their own neighbors, who they claim are frozen in fear already, by promising to give them something more extreme to fear, maybe those aforementioned people can reap what they sow. What the ever-loving fuck have we become if instead of singling out and condemning explicitly bad people threatening bad things, we shield them behind the phalanx of their group identity and we revile those who attempt to denounce them? Sephiroth asked post. I just don't have any words for this, man. She must be going through some tough shit, man. It is giving big homeschooled energy. It is giving big homeschooled energy. This is a ChatGPT plus edit for sure. I do this for my mom's Christmas cards. Man. This is just sad. It's just like, I guess her life was too easy. I guess she was like, I want more enemies. I want to say stupid shit on the internet. because I need to speak my truth. I'm totally serious when I say that I think that people like Asmongold really do make the platform really dog shit. And that's the reason why I like to cover Asmongold and talk about him. Because he's given so many people confidence to say insane shit. And this is like shit that you wouldn't say in real life. Like, this is the type of shit that you would never stand by in real life. Because it's insane shit to say and you would get called out immediately for it. But when you're on the internet, you just like, you have this certain level of bravery with you. So you can say the stupid shit and not get like penalized or punished or just like socially shamed for it. It's just very cowardly behavior to pretend like you're speaking the truth. Meanwhile, you're just saying shit that you know you would never say in real life to people in their face. Right? Like, it doesn't, like, I promise you, if she showed her gay uncle this original clip, unless her gay uncle is a TERF, which is a thing. There are a lot of gay people that don't like trans people, unfortunately. If she showed him that original clip and then showed him her response, I promise you, he would not be like, yeah, that's really based. You're my favorite niece. No. In real life, the stakes on the upside are really low, but online you can have a massively viral clip. But it's like, it's not even good, like, viral content either, right? Because the people who, her trying to pretend like this being viral is like actually really dope and cool is so stupid because you're not even getting good conversion on these things, right? Asmongold, it makes sense because that's the type of content he does on like a day-to-day basis, right? But that's not the type of content that she does on a normal day-to-day basis. It's just like random stuff that she's doing once in a while, right? So she won't even like retain these people. And also they hate sex workers. So like what's happening here? You're just being dumb for the love of it? Just for the love of the game? Like just being a total fucking moron just for the love of the game. Just, it's sad. It's like, it's so sad. Her content is being AFK for 90% of her streams. I mean, like, I can respect the shit out of that, all right? Hell yeah, dude. Be AFK during your streams. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. It's what the people want. It's what the kids crave. They yearn for the minds, dude. But, like, it's stupid. It's just dumb. It's just really dumb. Yeah, it was like, was it Amber Rose supporting Trump? Was that the person I'm trying to think of? And like, one thing I will say, chat, is anytime you see a very rich person doing this type of shit online, know that their life is very mediocre. Because people who have friends and family, they don't do this. They don't do this. Chat, if I had this money, I don't even know if I would keep streaming because I would just be like too busy enjoying life. I think I would only stream because I was like, I would miss chat. My life would be so hard because I would be like wanting to experience life and go vacationing and spend time with friends, but I would miss streaming and I would miss chat. So it would just be me trying to balance these two things. I'm currently trying so hard to get myself to post more on Twitter and I can't get myself to do it. When you see someone crashing out like this on Twitter and just posting and then being like, actually, thanks for the viral tweets. Actually, thanks for the viral clip. It's a deeply unserious person. It's a very sad person. I would not exist on Twitter if I was rich. I would spend no time on Twitter posting. It's just sad. It's just sad. It's very sad. Very sad behavior. I hope she gets whatever she needs out of this, man. I really hope she does.